Alright guys, Chad with BAKO'S Custom Lawn, and I've got the little bracket here for the ring camera. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get this thing put on here. It's supposed to do up to 3 inches, so my little post here is about 3 inches, so hoping it's still enough to fit around this post. So just, wow. So that was right. It's just barely enough to fit around there. So, and you just tighten this up like so. Probably want to turn this kind of at an angle so you can adjust it. So no tools really required here. You just can kind of see how it fits on there. So just like that. So I'll go ahead and get the camera out here and see. All right guys, so this little deal here is pretty simple. It just clips in here. You take off this other bracket that was on here. It comes with it, and then you basically can slide this right in here and clip it in. So basically, it's kind of hard to see out here, but it'll slip in here like this and clip in just like that. So that's the bracket. This thing's already on here. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this so I can get this. Actually, probably just leave it on here so I can open this up as well. So this camera's got to fit on this bracket. They give you lots of extra parts here usually. So let's see how this camera actually fits on here, because I'm sure they've got a mounting bracket for this as well, and this is probably not going to be used because we're going to put it on the solar panel deal. Looks like this thing comes with a big speaker and all that, so that's kind of cool. It's got all this protective paper on here, which is good. So kind of what it looks like. I'm not going to take the cover off just yet. It's got to sit like that. And there should be, I might have to use this bracket. No. Got to be careful too when you're doing this, because this thing comes with so many different kind of parts. You don't want to accidentally throw something away. Don't need that. Screws. Try to throw all my parts all in one deal here. So I'm guessing that's got to go on there somehow. And then this. Okay, so you gotta twist that off. This slides out. The new back plate fits in here like I think it's like this. Yeah, so it's a little different. So, you know, then you gotta twist it back on there. Yeah, this thing pops off. Interesting. That would explain why that's got to go on there just like that. Interesting. So yeah, that's what it'll look like. Nothing really in there, so I guess it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's how it's going to go. Basically, this little clip part goes toward the flat part, so you know you've got it going. So it's down this side. Got these extra zip ties. I'm not really sure what these are for. Get you lots of extra parts for everything. So should look something like this. I'm guessing it's probably so you can, you know, tape or zip tie your wire up where it needs to be. Okay, so you just have your power, and it's going to go right into the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this to the pole real quick. Okay, so the whole thing turns. So get you over here where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is just gonna unscrew here, which I've already got it unscrewed. Opens up, clamps to your post. So, fits this post just perfectly, just because my post is a 3-inch post, and you can adjust your ring thing to where it's tight, so it's pointing towards the sun. And then you got your cord. It's going to look something like that. You got your cord hanging down. So it's like so. Then got our new bracket put on our camera like that. So we're going to go ahead and attach it. Oh yeah, just like that. Okay, and we can point that at wherever we want. And then there's actually a Phillips on there to tighten this up, because it is a little loose. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna undo your little paper deal here, and then you're gonna plug this in to the back of your Ring camera. Should give you power. I'm going to go ahead and take the cover off. And so the extra zip ties, let me what's going on here. So yeah, you got all this extra cord here, so the extra zip ties are to zip that up wherever you want it. So that's what the whole thing will look like. I've got the biggest pipe that this thing allows, and it fits perfect. So that's 3 inches. Most of you guys won't have a 3-inch pipe. And then you want to make sure that your solar panel is pointing towards the sun, which mine is. So I'm gonna go. Okay guys, now we're back to this. You can loosen this little nut that's back here, and you can adjust it however you think it needs to be to get the best sun. So I'm thinking kind of like that. And I'll kind of turn this, I think, because you can point. This is pretty versatile bracket, so you can pretty much point it anywhere, and the camera points anywhere too. So that's a pretty good. It's a pretty good deal. So what I'm going to do now is make sure I put all my extra parts in here, because we don't want to lose everything. And then I'll probably do most of this from inside the house, since my Wi-Fi works clear out here. Not a big deal. So just want to double check and make sure that you're not throwing any of your screws or anything away, but honestly, they give you way more product than what you'll even need. So I think what we'll do here is take a couple of these zip ties and just kind of maybe loosen this up here, and then because I've got a little deal here that's around there that you can use to secure your cable with too. So I'm thinking we'll just kind of fold this up nice. And put it up against here, which I'm pretty sure that's what they intended to do in the first place. And you just wrap it around here so it's nice and neat. Goes through just like a belt buckle. It's kind of nice too. It's kind of like a double belt buckle too, so it's not gonna come loose. Pretty slick deal, really. Okay, so that is around there, super tight. Got the wires all tucked away. Camera is pretty close to where I want it. This is pretty close to where I want it. I may have to move this around a little bit to get it to where I got the most sun for the day. And then it turns side to side. It goes up and down. Tighten that up out there. This thing. And that's pretty much. Doesn't really move that way, so if you want to move this, you really just need to move it on the bracket. If you want it facing like up that way, you do that, and then you can turn your camera wherever you want it. So if I thought that would be the best place, I'd turn my deal all the way around like that. Just tighten this bolt up real good. And then I can turn my camera where I want it. And then this. It's going to be a little tricky figuring this out. Get it exactly the way you want it. Once you get that on there, it's hard to manipulate around anymore. I think we're gonna go right there. Like I said, you'll pretty much know where you want it. So I think that's gonna be just about perfect. Then when you're done, of course, you want to tighten everything up because you don't want this blowing around in the wind. So I'm gonna just have to tighten a little bit of this up, but that's pretty much the whole setup there. You just got to change the back out, tighten that up, strap up your cord like that. You're pretty much good to go, and that's what it should look like. So, any questions? Make sure you leave them in the comments. All right, guys. So, continuation of the video actually came in the house because I'm going to look through some of this stuff. Most of it I got it installed at the gate. So this is where this is going, is out of my front gate. So kind of wanted to come back in here and see what else some of this stuff is in here, because it's all, a lot of this stuff's kind of hidden in the dang boxes. So I mean, we got all that just for this one little piece of something here. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. This is another bracket. I'm assuming this is to mount that whole deal on the side of your building. So they got way more parts than you need, which it's kind of nice because most of the time you don't have enough parts. So this is where we're at here. We got this hooked on the back here. We got the solar panel on. We got the camera on. We had to change the back, which this little bottom just got a little locking deal here. And you'll just twist that. That other one comes out. You slide this one in. And that's only if you're going to use the solar panel. One thing I noticed is I'm going to take a pair of pliers out there, but this did not secure tightly to my post. And I don't know if it's just because I've got the max amount there and I have a hard time turning this with my fingers. So I'm going to take a pair of pliers out there and I'm going to try not to break this. But my cord came loose. So anyway, it's just kind of a learning curve here. I mean, some of this stuff's a little bit challenging to get it just right, but once you get it installed, it should stay there and shouldn't be a problem. So I don't know why that came off. I had that on there super tight too. So just want to make sure you got it all wound up just the way you want it with no extra. So let's go ahead and wrap this around here like this. I suppose a guy could just wrap it around the deal too, but I'm actually going to take I've got a little bit of a tie I had from something else. I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this tie around there. Kind of help hold it while I get this thing attached. Okay, might be a little easier. Trying to do 15 things at once here. Kind of challenging sometimes. So we'll go ahead and get this on here just about as tight as I can stretch this thing. That way, hopefully it doesn't pop off again. So anyway, got the camera hooked on. Like I said, that all happens when you change out this bracket on the back of here. It just slides right in there. Makes it easy. You do got to press these in and it slides right over. Like I said, the only issue that I'm having at this point is this. And so I may have to do, I've already been thinking about it, I may have to do a pipe clamp or something like that, a hose clamp, a nice big one, and then I could always tighten it up and make it pretty secure that way. But we'll see if I can't tighten this up with pliers. I mean, if this plastic thing breaks off of here, that's the only thing with some of this stuff. It's just, it can be kind of cheap sometimes. And they probably got this glued on there, so I won't be able to get it off. So, but anyway, I'll get some pliers on this, tighten it up as much as I can, and if it's not something that I think is going to work, then I will actually put a hose clamp around that, tighten it up, and then it will never go anywhere, because we get some pretty good windstorms out here, so just got to be careful. So anyway, this is something we're not going to need, but there is something in here that we're going to need, and I believe it's this. Take all this stuff out anyway, just so I can get the thing that I need here. I believe that this is the charger that comes in there for your battery pack. This is a battery pack, obviously, because it's solar panels. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that and undo it, and hopefully I'm in the camera, and you plop this off of here, and then you can set it up here, and this battery should come sliding right out, right? And once you do that, it's going to tell you that charge before use. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to pull this, and that's why this is on here, to remind you to charge it before you use it. But this is what this handy dandy little cord is for here, is we're going to go ahead and plug that in like so, and then you can plug that into any of your USB chargers. So it makes it pretty nice and easy to get this thing charged up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, guys, so this is what this is going to look like. You're going to plug that into there and then plug it into your USB charger. Now, when this is fully charged, that little red or orange light's just going to go away and it'll be green, and then we'll be able to slip that back into our camera. So that is pretty much that. Pretty easily done. And not only that, I heard that battery lasts an incredibly long time. So if your solar is not working, you know, the right way or whatever, it's easy to pull that out of there and just bring it inside and get it charged up. The only thing is if you don't have an extra one, you're going to be without a camera out wherever you have it. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, chat with BAKO'S Custom Line. Just kind of finishing up this video. A few tips and tricks. When you get everything, you get your battery pack charged, you'll need to put it back into the bottom of here. Make sure this just twists off. You just twist it one way or the other. It has a lock. Has a lock deal on the back. It's kind of hard to see it. Maybe I can move around here. Show you the back of it. While I'm back here too, I would say the clamp is not the greatest, and they include some little zip ties that you can put on here. But I opted for one of these whole big hose clamps to put around there. Of course, I cut it off and then make sure you fold it in so you don't cut yourself. But yeah, just another little security thing so nobody can just rip your camera off there. So that wouldn't be good. And then of course it's all tied up with the cord and everything. Give you a lot of cord. Once you come back around here to the front, once you have a network set up for all your cameras, all you have to do is click join and it'll join. If you don't have a network set up, then obviously you have to set that all up and add the camera and all that. So literally, like when you already have a network set up, it's super easy to add cameras. So anyway, adjust it, make sure everything's tightened down, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This also has a deal on the bottom where you can add an extra battery pack, so it makes it kind of nice. But I think mine's going to stay charged. I've been kind of watching it, and it's definitely, you know, been staying charged. So anyway, there's the little lock and unlock thing I was telling you about. You just twist the bottom till it goes unlocked. You can pull the bottom off there and take your battery out and put it in. So pretty easy deal altogether. So, and then of course that's all plugged in. That's the plug that goes to your solar panel. So anyway, guys, just wanted to kind of quickly show that to you. Anyway, guys, appreciate you watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like these kind of videos, and until the next time, have a great day, guys. Appreciate it.